Right. Hi, Gift. Hi, how are you? So,
Fine, indeed.
yeah, our first recording this year. I already forgot how it feels recording something. So, but it's been a crazy year last year, and we keep in touch. In January, it's almost the end of January, so we decided maybe we could record some short video how we are doing, so about our small projects, exploring the web3 space, and so yeah, I don't know, maybe just like how are you feeling about this
Uh,
year?
thank you. It's, yeah, the last time we talked was last year, 2020, a year ago. 2021, I mean, a year ago. So, yeah, the year for me, it has been, it has started nice. Yeah, I'm well, healthy wise. Yeah, but yeah, I'm super interested in Web3 because now it's what is trending right now. People are into Web3 and also the topic on NFT. Yeah, and yeah, I've been learning about NFT since maybe last year, maybe December, and yeah, together with Jakub, my friend from Slovak, we were interested in Web3, digital native, and how maybe we can help our some schools from Kenya maybe get engaged in maybe this fourth revolution of Web3 and blockchain, and how maybe we can also help them to maybe some of them who have some talents, for example, designers, artists, they can also manage to maybe sell some of their arts as NFTs. So yeah, we have been looking through it, and yeah, finally today we managed also to I managed to create an NFT, to mint an NFT on Solsi. It's a marketplace for Solana. You can also mint your NFT there. So I tried to mint it yesterday before this call, and yeah, today I was glad to meet with Jakub, and we tried how to yeah, to sell it, and maybe Jakub also managed to create his own first NFT. Maybe can give a thought or his experience about that.
Yeah. I mean, it's a learning process. So well, our kind of motivation behind all this kind of learning, of course, it's also it's personal, just to learn, like to be up to date. Just first be users before we can even like code some smart contract or something. First, just like experience it from the user's standpoint and user vantage point or something. So, and we want to use this learning process to figure out if we can actually, if, for example, Solana is suitable for the use case of like virtual student companies, and if we could register these student companies maybe as DAOs on Solana, and we could use like Wezesha to create like some like added value with our project that aims to be something like yeah, like a Web3 kind of onboarding tool for creating something like a Web3 apprenticeships. So kind of like not a crypto university, but like a crypto vocational school, meaning like basically for anyone, just like practical use cases for like even like secondary school students or people all around the world, including like small cities or rural areas, small towns. And if actually it can be of some use. And what could be the use cases? So one of them is of NFTs, like for artists, as gift, as you mentioned. Another one could be NFTs plus like address of the issuer and address of the receiver, and this now becomes like POAPs, like proof of attendance protocol, something like that. So it could be like a certificate, like a digital certificate that you actually attended this lecture, or you are able to some, like, you can prove some kind of skill, or at least like you attended this meeting, you attended that, you did you contributed to this and that. So that's another use case, and there are many use cases we don't know yet. But what we try to do today, yeah, like we kind of every week we try to come up with some new learning, kind of very small learning task or something, like for ourselves. First, not even like publishing the tasks, like, so was it like last week we tried to register a domain on a Solana name service, or like register first our Twitter handles, and also Wezesha Twitter handle. It's just like a very new Twitter account, not even set up properly yet with picture or anything. And we managed to do the Twitter handles, like to register it on Solana name service, but we didn't manage to get like a .sol domain, like, let's say, for our names or for our project, or so it didn't work, kind of. Now, because of some technical issue, I don't know when we tried it, but we will keep trying, and we will find out like what's the issue there. If it was like not enough funds, or was it's probably some technical issue with the wallet or something. So we tried like two different wallets. Okay, so actually the first thing what we did was like we tested the wallets, right? So there is Soulflare, and there is not the Ghost, but what do we have? Let's say Phantom, right? Phantom and Soulflare. There is another wallet, but it's kind of like more for developers already. So anyhow, so we tried these two wallets. We tried some transactions, which is like the first use case, just sending each other money. It's a very good use case. People love it. I don't know, just receiving money. Yeah, it's everybody loves it. So yeah, and it took a few seconds, and it was like really cheap, So I tried it like between some wallets. I created like 3 accounts in one wallet, just like because of these domain names and stuff. I tried to like have like one account for one domain name, whatever. I just like tried it, and then and then we did some transaction, right? And it was like or we just did transaction now, I don't remember, or was it like I think I did it already before I sent you, right? Some like small something for the for testing the right, yeah, for testing the NFT thing. So anyhow, so we did all this, and maybe you can continue speaking to long, and I'm actually a bit tired, I don't know, today.
That's nice. I mean, I was very happy to mint my first NFT. Of course, I'd also got an NFT from one of our community, maybe in Kenya, called Moran. But yeah, it was gifted to me. It was not. Yes, I had some joy from that, but not that as much joy as the one I have minted yesterday. That was great. And then my joy is today when it was purchased by Jakub. So I felt nice. I mean, now I minted NFT. Now it's bought by Jakub, and I'm looking forward if Jakub sells it and get 40% maybe later to see how the royalties of 40%. Yeah, it works also, but but that was a nice feeling. But also I'm learning also. I'm trying to come up with a NFT website by the way, Jakub, from scratch. So I was just checking some tutorials. There's what we call Metaplex and also Candy Machine. So it's some codes already on GitHub, and so I tried to pull them to my local machine. So started working on them. Set up yesterday. Yeah. So I want to see how it goes. It's like it will be like our own personal website where we can mint our own NFT instead of going, for example, to Source and see how it works.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah. So yesterday I tried to work on it. Yeah, and I managed to achieve some milestone. But yeah, there's some little technical issues which I have to do some research because it's my first time I'm learning. But yeah, it was a great challenge to me, and a great topic also to dive in it deep. Yeah. So that is nice for me, and maybe for Wezesha. I mean, that's our project, and we are looking forward to make it a real maybe this year, so that yeah, it can also help, yeah, as Jakub said, some of the high school students and maybe the public at large. And I don't know, but it's a personal project, so it's a passion out of NFT and maybe Web3. So we are looking forward to what it will happen or what it will come out from that project. Yeah.
It's just like a kind of like a side project that we or hobby project, but we also are kind of like half serious or more than half serious about it. So yeah, but it's a good like a learning experience, like also like this concept of forcing function. So it's like once you have this project, you are like forced to learn new things. So yeah, so like we have like some Trello board, and we have to update these tasks, like what we actually already accomplished. And I think it's good to kind of have like really low I mean, have a high ambitions and low expectations. So it's just like we didn't have like too many tasks or something, like too many things. Of course, it would be great to learn programming smart contracts or whatever, but we didn't start with these. Like we just started with use cases and using the thing and figuring out actually if it's a right approach or right blockchain, or actually fits of any use. But for us, the most important thing, at least I think for me, I don't know, you can correct me, Gift, is that it's not that I'm stingy, or actually I even don't have that money, I don't have money to spend on fees, like on Ethereum, let's say. As I mean, I just actually, you just saw it now, like before our call. But I minted one NFT before, just like wanted to try it actually because of Wezesha, or a kind of project like this. Before we came up with Wezesha, you came up with the name. Basically the basic idea I wrote on one Medium article some years ago, a few years ago, that it would be great if you could create like €1 startups, like startups for like 100 shillings, or something like 100 shillings, kind of like a benchmark, like to register a startup would cost like €1. That's like €1, and then imagine if you had like €10 smartphone or something like that, and €100 like a laptop or something, and then €1,000 replicator machine, something like a like like a 3D printer plus not replicator, but like some kind of 3D printer plus laser, some fabricator, sorry, not replicator but fabricator. Okay. Okay, replicator, it's a bit too sci-fi futuristic, but but it might happen one day. But anyhow, but this is the idea. But of course, you don't have smartphone for 10 euros, but you have a smartphone for 150 now or 200 euros or something like that. But imagine if the price shrank to, like, let's say 50 euros. So it's not 10 euros, but it's in that kind of ballpark, or in that kind of magnitude. So it's like, and let's say a laptop is not 100 euros, but it's like 200 euros or 300 euros, but at least it's there in a, like, it would be, yeah. And so on, the idea with startups then is like, okay, now let's say in Slovakia it costs like 300 euros to register a limited company. In Kenya it might be like 100 or 150, 200, I don't know, maybe you know it better. I forgot how what was the exact price or how it is now, but we were registering a company some years ago in Kenya, and we helped others to register their companies, but it was around 100 euros, let's say, you know, or 150. And it would be great if it was like registering something like some project, you know, or some collective, or like decentralized autonomous organization. And it would be like digitally native. So it would be first created on a blockchain, registered on blockchain, let's say for €1. And of course, then later it could be like community-based organization, you know, like CBO, right? So like a DAO, basically, you know, decentralized autonomous organization. So, and if it costs like €1 or €5, so between 1 and 10 euros, so that's like the ideal kind of thing. That's the magnitude we are looking for, because this is something that it's affordable for almost anyone. Okay, it's still not cheap, but it's really cheap compared to Ethereum, right? Like, just like as I said, I created like this NFT. Of course, it was like connected with the pandemics and with like regulation and with vaccination, but like it was like, okay, the name of the, but it was just for learning purposes only. It was like 93 bouquet for EMA. EMA, it's like this European regulator, like a European medicines agency. And the idea was that they were too slow with rolling out the vaccines and sending us vaccines. We had some actually vaccines, but they were not registered, so they were sitting in some kind of sound storage places, whatever, for 2 months, and we were slow, or the EMA was EMA or EMA was slow with sending us a vaccine or purchasing vaccines, registering the vaccines back then. So, but anyway, it's just like a conceptual art, but not really that great NFT, because it's like copy paste of some small photos of like these flower bouquets. So it's like 93 of them, and it actually represents like 93 people who died that day when I minted the NFT. So it's like it has some kind of like a little bit of a political or conceptual kind of idea there, but my idea wasn't to become a conceptual artist, but was like to actually test minting the NFT. And I knew that it will cost something, but it surprised me on Ethereum, right? I did it on Zora, so I minted it, and actually I even don't know if I mentioned the price there. Maybe I actually didn't even finish the process. I need to check it out, because probably maybe I ended up like halfway, like now I did, so I don't even have the price there probably. So then therefore nobody bought it or something. I don't know, but the idea, but it cost me like. Yeah, I don't know, like 150, or maybe I can send, maybe it works. Maybe they need to put some price. I don't know how it works there, but it cost
that
me.
was
Sorry.
Yeah, but that was super expensive compared now to the Solana.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it was, I don't want to lie, or don't remember the price, but it was between 100 and 200 euros, right? So it's really a lot just to mint it, because it's just a JPEG, you know, I mean, it's not really great art what I created there, so I'm not sure somebody will buy it for 200 euros. So yeah, it's anyhow, it's maybe that's not the point. So, but I mean, I'm not saying that Ethereum is better or anything, but it has high fees, right? So
Yeah.
I read or saw some kind of like I read a tweet actually concerning like different blockchains and comparing them to cities, like towns. So it's like, let's say, so they compared Ethereum to like New York City, it's like a expensive city for finance, for smart contracts, something. So it doesn't scale that much. So, but it's not like let's say a company or I don't know what, but it's like a city. So it's like maybe it's like New York. It's like a city for cool people, financial. I don't know, financially well off, or like. Some people working in finance, high finance, whatever. So okay, they compared it to this. Okay, so it doesn't scale. So, but maybe it's kind of, it could be cool, like cool NFTs for some kind of like an expensive city or something for some kinds of people. Okay, why not? Okay, cool, good for them. I'm not judging them or trashing them or anything, and it's cool. Okay. But it's a bit too expensive, like for our use cases or for experimenting and learning, because let's say if I mess up the process, and I don't want to lose again 150 or 200 euros just to mint another NFT. But if it's like but if it's on Solana, you spend, I don't know, few cents, you don't even count it much, or like it's probably a few cents or something, it's like, so you can mint much more of these NFTs, and you can risk a bit more and stuff. So I like it because, and also I'm listening to this podcast called All In podcast, like once a week. And there are these are like some American investors, like venture capitalists, and they said like one of them was on Solana, attending a recent Solana conference. He attended it in Portugal, like last year, autumn. And he said that he has this impression of Solana, of this like iPhone moment with Solana, like when the iPhone arrived and you got all these, like suddenly the smartphones became dominant or something, like that they were much easier to use, and there were all these apps and app stores. And so he has this kind of feeling with Solana, like that probably Solana will flip Ethereum, like in terms of developers. Of course, the price, it goes up and down, and so it's crazy. And but yeah, I mean, at least now I don't care about it. Of course, it would be nicer if it goes up, but it went down. Like all the crypto went like 50% down or something. So, and of course, I'm not like super tribalistic about Solana or Ethereum or Bitcoin. I think still Bitcoin is the best. It has the best image. So if I would be giving someone, let's say, 10 euros in cryptocurrency, it would be like Bitcoin, as a tip or something. Just like, yeah, it's. I think. I don't know. What do you think, Gift? But I think it's the best feeling is to own a bit, like a piece of a Bitcoin or something. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah. As you said, yeah. Also, me, I'm not a tribalist in terms of
Or maximalist. Maximalist.
I'm not maximalist. That is, yeah. But yeah, as you say, like I'm also seeing like yeah, like for example, Bitcoin being, for example, also replaced maybe by say by Ethereum. As you say, like for example, Ethereum and Solana. Ethereum is like New York City and all that, and then Solana is like affordable by everybody. But I'm seeing also like Bitcoin. Yes, it still holds the bigger value as per now, and maybe it will grow maybe in future and all that. So, but I'm seeing it also like a storage value, like gold, as it is to be, like but it's not everybody could afford gold, you know, you understand, like and until it was like EFT, maybe it was traded on a maybe stock or something like that. So people could purchase it. But the physical one, it used to be held by, say, government or rich people. So yeah, I'm seeing like that kind of also Bitcoin. If I compare Bitcoin, maybe Ethereum, I'm seeing also something like it can be a good coin maybe in future, but I don't know, but maybe something like Doge could be something like people could afford it maybe, and it could be used in, for example, daily utility. People could pay like using Dogecoin and all that, but they can also, of course, invest and store their money in as a value in Bitcoin, just like gold. People could store money in as in money. I mean. They're liquid in the natural resources like gold. So I'm seeing that way also, like in terms of Bitcoin. It was the first coin. It had some challenges, you know, every day, but now the new coin, they're learning out of that, the challenges that Bitcoin experience. So the new developer, they don't want to use that route maybe, or if they use, they improve their coins to be more efficient than maybe like Bitcoin. Right now, yes, Bitcoin now it has advanced to Bitcoin, I mean Lightning Network, which is very fast. But if you compare like right now, say like Solana, for example, as a Solana as a coin, I mean, you just sent sold to me, and it was like very fast, like within the next second. But I know maybe with Bitcoin, if you send, maybe to take like 3 minutes because of the block to be approved from different maybe computer, to take like maybe 3 minutes to 5 minutes for it to reflect. Of course, now we have the network network lightning. I mean, Bitcoin network lightning, that which is very fast. But if you compare now Bitcoin without the upgrade, and compared with Solana, or for example, with Solana, it's maybe you can see the speed is different. Solana is, if you send somebody Solana, it will appear the next seconds or the next minute than Bitcoin. So yeah, I'm seeing the other coins like also bridging the gap, or filling the gaps which Bitcoin could not maybe achieve at that time. Yeah, of course, it's being improved every day, but yeah, I'm seeing like, yeah, that's my opinion. Or it's a personal opinion, and
yeah. No, yeah, I think I have the same or similar opinion. Like, yeah, I mean the Bitcoin Lightning is great. It's great because it's like a layer 2 solution, so it's like a layer on top of Bitcoin, and it's great for payments, for remittances, for sending people money, like. Overseas, and we tried it, and actually there is this company like, let's say, Strike, it's called Strike. They tested it in El Salvador, now they did it in Argentina, I think. So they and they're kind of like Bitcoin maximalists, so they are like interested in this, like using Bitcoin as or layer 2, like this Bitcoin Lightning Network as a remittances corridor, or like or sending money, like from one part of the world to another part, and they're connecting it with fiat. So people who are not into crypto, or they don't like it for some reason, or are allergic to it for some reason. So the guy Jack Mollers is like the founder of the company. He uses this metaphor of like peanuts. If you are allergic to peanuts, you don't need to touch them, but like you can touch just some some tacos or some snacks, I don't know, and so you're not touching the peanuts, but then they are moving the peanuts using the so it's just like fiat to fiat, but in between you get the Bitcoin Lightning Network. So it's like, okay, it works. It's I mean it's great. It's perfect thing that it works. I saw even like a video of someone buying a beer with it, with Bitcoin Lightning. There was some like beer robot. It was just like you buy it, and then and you get the beer. So it was great.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think probably it was in El Salvador. I don't know. Yeah. But yeah. So, but of course, maybe some people, it's like with gold. It's like this. There is this law, and now I forgot the name of the law, but it's like the good currencies drive out the bad ones, or vice versa. But meaning like yeah, maybe it's vice versa. I don't know. But the idea is like the good coins, like if you have gold coins, everybody tries just to keep them at home. They don't want to spend them and something. So they keep them, and so and they use actually the lesser or the coins with worse image or something like that. So it's like the bad, maybe probably it's the other way around. So the bad currencies, bad coins drive out the good coins. But so I mean, but I'm not saying that some coin is good, some is bad. But what I'm saying is that okay, Bitcoin use case is like digital gold, as you said, gift. So yeah, it's like a store of value, or maybe sending remittances. So you if you are sending, let's say, or a gift to someone, you want to send someone like some tip or money or something, you can do it with Bitcoin, because it's like it means that it's like the most prestigious coin or something. It's like in the old days in our countries, like Slovakia or something, we lived under communism. And so we had the symbol of blue jeans, where like from the America, like, well, the blue jeans is the symbol of freedom, and now the orange coins is the new blue jeans, as Balaji says. So it's like yeah, it's like if you send someone the orange coin, or a small fraction of it, like let's say 10 euros in orange coin, and you get it almost instantly thanks to Bitcoin Lightning Network, and we experienced it. Like some of our friends, they like downloaded the app or some kind of wallet, and they got the Bitcoin like in a few seconds. And yeah, and so people are happy. That's good. But like for but for our use cases, I think Solana works good, because it's like also, I think the idea is like you are using these kind of Web3 coins for actually completing some tasks, so if you want to mint an NFT or create a DAO, we haven't learned yet how to do this, but once we learn how to create DAOs, it will be great. We can just create these training companies, just like nobody's business. Like imagine we could, once we will learn how to do it, like I can just like create like 40 or maybe like 10 like student training companies in a day, like with some like governance template or something like that. Yeah, it would be great. So yeah, we could do this, and we could even automate some stuff and like get maybe some more technical coders or like someone to help us once we scale. But we don't need to now. We can just like play with this because we have enough time and we are not in a hurry. We can set up a cooperation with some school and just test it. Yeah, cool. Sorry, I'm talking too much. Don't know.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, actually, that's great. Yeah, and I mean, it's a good challenge to us. I mean, something new, not to us, but also generally in the whole world. Like everybody is moving to Web3, and also trying to figuring it out, the benefit of it and how we can adapt into Web3, and yeah, and the great thing is we already have the tool. There's another workshop I attended. Like we have this, like we call this is the fourth revolution. So the first revolution was the man, which differentiate also like from us from animals. It was like the tool edge. When the the man Stone Age, I mean, which is like also tool, like they invented tools, you know, from stone. Yeah, that was the first, say, the first revolution, and then we came to the second revolution of industrialization. Yeah, you know, like people could now use manufacture things, you know. Then we moved the information age where the internet was introduced to everybody, and within now, if you compare now the last two revolutions, the Stone Age and the Industrial Age, it took a lot of time because it started, like, for example, 1700 ago, you know, until 1984, I think 1984, when the internet was introduced, I guess. It was during that. So, and it's like 100 of years back. But now look at what internet, now the information age, which is the third revolution. It's like 30 years when the internet was introduced, but look what the internet has done. The amazing job. I mean, the new innovation, technology has improved massively. And yeah, and now we are getting into, but now in that information stage and the internet stage is like more, it was more of centralized still. Like we are being controlled by, for example, big data companies and all that. Our information, we can't have control on it, and also the government. But right now we are happy now to move to the fourth revolution of blockchain as a tool whereby it's decentralized, transparent, and secure. You know, we can now, like, for example, right now we have sell each other NFT. I own the NFT. Nobody can control me. For example, the big tech company, like, if I had posted it on YouTube and say maybe written some, maybe it was not according to their policies, the community policy, it would be maybe taken out and all that. But right now, I sold it to you directly, and I received the amount, you know, and that is the contract between me and you. And also, it was not taxed anywhere, so which is something like cool also. But what I'm trying to say, like, we are now in the fourth revolution, whereby we'll have the transparency, decentralized decentralized community, and you know, the blockchain it's a good tool because it can apply, you know, in everything, in every aspect, like even election, land issues, because that has been a bigger issue maybe all over the world, but I know in Kenya that has been a bigger issue, land issue. But with the introduction of the blockchain, now we can use it to make to solve that issue, because now it will be, nobody can sell that land again if it's yours and you have it on the blockchain, you know. Maybe the title is on blockchain and nobody can sell it, you know. Yeah, so I'm really happy. I mean, we have moved into this fourth revolution of blockchain, and I'm looking forward to see how far it will go, and yeah, how far it will revolutionize our globe. I mean, the whole world, you know, and the next generation. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, this it's even as you mentioned, the land titles and the real estate. It's even problem. Like it used to be problem here as well, but even our neighboring country, Ukraine, they had. I think it was the first country where there was like some real estate sold over blockchain, you know, and I think the use case there is similar to Kenya and other places. It's just there is so much like fraud or kind of like fraud or like organized crime or this and that, like connected with like buying and selling real estate. So people really need to feel like more secure when they are like buying or when even owning, you know, so somebody won't come and take it from you, you know, because you are like I don't know, because he will get some kind of fake papers from some, let's say, corrupt bureaucrats or something like that. So it's a real issue, and but you know, but we discussed many times also here that okay, Kenya was like the first country that came up with mobile banking, like was actually 15 years ago now. Uh,
Yeah.
yeah, but I think soon maybe it will be in Nigeria or in Kenya, or we don't know. But soon I think it will be like similar innovations will come from Africa actually to Europe or to the US related to crypto and e-commerce. I think it's just like, something like Solana that came. That was like this iPhone moment, like let's say like last year or something, and NFTs were became big, and maybe this year it will be DAOs. Let's see. We don't know. Maybe they will become big. The question is how expensive it is, to set it up and operate. But I think something like related with to e-commerce and e-commerce, maybe NFTs and crypto will come from Africa, maybe Nigeria, maybe Kenya, maybe countries like these, South Africa, I don't know. But I think I heard this idea from All In podcast. I mean, I believe also, I believed before that something like this is possible because I know M-Pesa and I talk about it a lot. But I think maybe it will come even this year or something like some innovations from Africa, like or let's say some companies like now we are minting and purchasing the NFTs on SolSea, and something like that might come from Africa, like something related to e-commerce. Yeah, so
Yeah,
great,
yeah. Actually,
great feature. Sorry, go
um,
on.
I was checking some. I think it was a tweeted from Bitcoin. It's just like a kind of a analysis of how the crypto is spreading over the world, and Africa actually was leading on peer-to-peer crypto transaction. So a lot of like almost 90% was from Africa, like leading in terms of that peer-to-peer. Yeah, of course I understand it's not legal, but yeah, people are embracing it more. Like if you compare to from Africa, maybe to other continents, it's growing very fast. So as you said, yes, who knows? Maybe in this year, maybe next year, maybe great innovations on crypto might come from, or on blockchain might come from Africa, maybe to the world. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, I believe so. I believe so. So, but as we discussed before, like our use case of like Wezesha, meaning enable in Swahili, connecting Web3 with like with student companies. And I think there is a real use case there, because we used to do it like in a centralized way before, like when we were helping and advising and setting up these student companies, practice enterprises. So it was like we even had some software with it, like, and it was quite challenging to use it, and especially it was like a half in Slovak or mostly in Slovak. Then there was some in German version, like I mean English version, but like from these German headquarters of this like international organization dedicated to vocational education and helping students set up these kind of training companies. And well, I mean, the idea that we came up with with Gift is kind of simple. It's just like to use Web3 for this, because it's like simulation, and it's for learning purposes only. So it's not like investment advice. It's not. It's just like entertainment and learning purposes only. And actually, it's a real added value, because if Solana is cheap, and if we will find out that also setting up DAOs, either it's not that difficult, we hope. And so we are, yeah, so, and it might actually all click together, and we might have something functional, and we will know how to do it. So even before, like even maybe using some like thing like no code, like without coding, but we also try to learn, we are learning to code slowly as well. But but this could it could work, because it's a real, like now we are exploring like these kind of how is it called, primitives, like technological primitives, So, okay, we are exploring like NFTs, we are exploring like setting up a domain name, decentralized like .sol domain name, or just connecting our Twitter handle with the Solana name service. We are exploring, yeah, minting and selling and buying NFTs, sending and receiving money, setting up a wallet, like a web wallet, different wallets. I think the next is DAOs, like trying to figure out the DAOs. Maybe we will need to have some code there, but again, maybe it will be only a few lines of code. I don't know, but it might now this might be more challenging. But thank you, Gift. You helped me and advised me on how to actually mint the NFT and set up the price there and stuff. So it was nice. I created this again NFT inspired by Balaji's kind of future scenario, possible future scenario of like he calls it American anarchy versus Chinese control, like something like chaos and order or something like that. Like, so anyhow, so I created this like NFT, like it's some train from LA, like kind of old looking train with some litter around the rail tracks. So and but there was some nice sunset and skyscrapers and palms on the background. So, and actually I saw like similar photo, like with some kind of like cyberpunk kind of title there of some cyberpunk movie, or what was it? So yeah, it's really nice photo, but I used like a deep dream generator. So it's like AI, you know, like artificial intelligence kind of just a filter or generator. So it's a kind of a free service if you use it only for like few images a month or something, you know. So maybe you can use it like for 7 images in a month or something like that. I don't know. I never paid for it, but I use it quite often when I do some images. You know, you just take some image and you run it through that, and it has some nice effects. So yeah, so yeah, I created this NFT and I'm happy. And you created your NFT from your painting. So
Yeah, yeah, you can print it physically and place it on the wall, you know. I don't know, yeah.
It's true.
How it looks like. Yeah, but that's
It's a
great.
lion, a big 5, one of the big 5 from Kenya. Lion.
Yeah,
It's a nice lion. I will show it to my daughter though. I will show, yeah, look what I bought.
I'll try to implement the last four big, I mean 4 big 5 of the big 5. So I'll try to go to my artist and you know, pay him maybe to draw for me an elephant, rhino, and the rest. Then I can try to mint it as an NFT and place them in that collection of big 5. So it's like big 5 from Kenya. And yeah, and kind of maybe it's kind of promoting also tourism from Kenya using the NFTs. But yeah,
yeah,
I
it's
don't
not a
know.
bad idea, but maybe you should then have the price should be maybe then higher or something. So if you want to sell also the painting, but maybe not, maybe you don't have to, because you can keep the painting, you will just sell the photo, right, or something. So yeah, you just sell the photo of the painting, or I don't know. And I don't know how this works, you know, but I think it should work somehow. You can then share,
So
you can share with the artist, but anyhow, when you already, you know, you can do this, like you can, you buy a photo, you buy a painting of the I mean, you can get, probably somebody will give you a better advice than me, but you can create a, yeah, you can get someone to paint you a picture of, let's say, one of the animals, and then you take a photo of it, and then you run it through this kind of filter, like this deep dream generator. Like if you like Google it out, I think it's even like deep dream generator .com or something, I don't know. And then you can sell that, and you can have maybe then various like various collections, you know, like you have like this kind of collection, like with this kind of effect, then a different kind of collection, and stuff like that. Yeah, you could play with it, you know, because then you could have like only 5 paintings, you know, like big 5, let's say, and you have it on your wall or something, but you take the picture and so you and you run it through some filters, and you can even automate it maybe somehow. You could maybe make it like you can make a lot of them, you know, like some combinations or something. So like, yeah, it's possible. And then I don't know, and we last time we also discussed some other kind of ideas with, but I forget about it. I don't know where we wrote it somewhere. I wrote it down on, I think, on somewhere, but some other idea for NFTs, but I forgot about it. We're related to Kenya. These are big 5 and Savo, promotion of Savo was one. Sorry.
Yeah. It was a big 5 and Savo promotion kind.
Yeah, and but there was another one as well. It was this Mafisi cycle. That's not a bad idea, actually. That's really not a bad idea. I mean, it's kind of silly, but it's not.
You know, like we have meme coins now, like that one can be a meme NFT.
yeah. It's definitely. It's a cool thing. I would become a member. You know, this could be maybe some or some, you could come up with something similar like that, not the hyenas, but like some, I don't know, but the Mafisi Sako already, it's like it's out there. It's definitely you can come up with this kind of project. It's not, you know, it's just like yeah, how they do these CryptoPunks or these like yeah, these other projects, so you can have a like a Mafisi Sako. That's funny. And not just you, but anyway, it's possible. Why not? You can do it on Solana, you know, it's just like a small art project, you know, you really you get someone to paint some funny like hyena, and then have some kind of combinations of it. Yeah, anyhow, it's cool stuff. It's really funny. And we can actually then we can learn how to do this airdrop, or how to send someone an NFT, how you donate actually an NFT. I don't know how to do it. But we can learn it, because it's possible, right? I mean, if you got one from those guys.
Yeah, it's possible. Actually, the project that I'm working on, the code, the programming that I was telling you, that website.
Okay.
I try to airdrop. So it's like they give like free soul, but for development purposes. So it's like not like you can use that after. So what you do is like when set up, you have to create your own wallet. So I created my own wallet in my machine. Then I airdropped some soul. So like 1 soul for trying like when I'm doing the development. So I'll try to learn also on how it works, how it works. I mean, the airdropping, you know.
Cool.
And then, so maybe as we finish, maybe the last question, maybe it's just a question, or how do you? I mean, do you see like more country adopting, say, crypto, Bitcoin, just like El Salvador, like I saw another news. I don't know, on Twitter, like Russia, Putin is asking the government to work with the financial the financial institution, their financial institution, on how to bring Bitcoin on board as their legal tender or kind of or regulation. So, do you think more country will join on this journey this year compared to last year? Yeah, last year, of course, we had El Salvador on.
Yeah, El Salvador. Now the El Salvadoran president was in Turkey, and I think the Erdogan from Turkey, he like said something like this, like maybe they should explore how to do it. Russia, I think recently the central bank was like hostile towards crypto, but it's possible that I even remember that before Putin was like, it was some years ago, he had either invited Vitalik or someone, like there was either some conference there or something. So they're like, I guess, ambivalent about it, you know, like sometimes they are pro, sometimes they're against, or some parts of the government are pro, some are against. But I definitely believe that it's like on a periphery. It would be maybe great if some country in Africa like was more like pro crypto, or like came up with something similar like El Salvador. But it's not easy, you know, because it's like, of course, it's like a little bit like being a little punk kind of thing. So it's like this El Salvadoran president is one of a kind in a way that he, you know, you get some pressure from like this international community, like you shouldn't do it, it's maybe too risky. Some FOMO, or no, not FOMO, sorry, but some FUD, like fear, uncertainty, doubt. And especially if the crypto is down, like you have some crypto winter, then people get usually more nasty. They want to they get nastier, and they want to regulate it, because it's like there is some consumer harm, some kids are buying it, and then the price falls, and then they are sad and some stuff like that. But but it's true, I mean, we are all sad, but it's like we experience these ups and downs. So it's basically you should just use it as a saving tool for long-term maybe savings, or just for entertainment purposes or learning purposes, but like a saving tool, you know, like you save what you can lose, or what you don't need for the next month or something, and you save it like for trying to keep there like maybe 1 or 2 years or 3 years, something like that. And if you just hodl for 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, or even a couple of months, or at least 1 year or something, then I think you will it's very likely that the winter will be over, and then there will be spring again. And usually the spring is or the summer is shorter than the winter. That's very sad, but it's usually like that. But actually, this El Salvadoran president, it was kind of so funny. Or recently, I don't know if you've seen him like putting the McDonald's hat. Is he the picture? It's like naive, like.
Yeah.
It's so
Yeah, it's just like, you know, it's behaving like Elon Musk sometimes tweets like funny tweets and all that, you know.
It's like it's funny because now the crypto is down, so people should go back to flipping burgers, you know, like working at McDonald's. And also the McDonald's sign has like, you know, like this M, so it's like you're up and down and up, you know, it's like yeah, so it's really cool. It's really
Okay.
okay, so you should go to sleep, because next it's night in your place. Man, I finished my just can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I unplugged my earphones because I'm playing with the cord line. Sorry. So I was saying, like, it's almost 11:30, right? Or it's like 11:23 your time in voice. So we should go to sleep soon, or you should go at least. Okay, cool. So it was great discussion. So I hope I'm recording it. Yes, I am. So I will stop soon, but I want to wish you Lala Salama, good night. And I'm happy that we managed to have this call, this discussion. And let's work on Wezesha together. Yeah. And yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Also, I'm glad to see you this year and record our first episode on wisdom enterprising, and I'm looking forward to more of these sessions this year, maybe than last year. Yeah, we did maybe few, but this year maybe we can do a couple of them.
Yeah, we could keep at least like once in a week, but ideally maybe once in 2 weeks at least, you know, like maybe once a week we have some calls, and once in 2 weeks we also record them. So like, but even every week would be the ideal case. Yeah, so definitely, and then we can also get our friends like Lea, Lucia, yeah, and others to or some other friends, like yeah, to and mint some NFTs and send each other or something. Yeah, and
Okay.
was enable the Web3 with Wezesha. So in Kenya.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
And
Dobro noc, lalo salama, take care. Bye, bye,
good night.
bye.